Hey YouTube, how is everybody doing today? We are jumping into Hannibal, episode number 3, season 1, episode 2, obviously. We are going into it, so obviously we've had where Will has now met Hannibal. They're together as like, I don't know if it's Dr. Patient or, it is something to that degree, at the very least. And we had that second killer come in, the chemist, who got caught at the end of episode 2. So where does this dude lead us between Hannibal and Will? Because obviously the chemist dude was after Will, and I don't know why he was after Will, but I guess he was. For reasons unknown, but still. Either way, I don't want to ramble too much. I just want to jump straight into it for the most part. But yeah, I have a Patreon. If you want to watch the full uncensored reaction just to anything that I do, movie, TV, as I do them. So yeah, let's go. Let's see. Let's start with episode number 3 called Potage or Potage or Potage or fuck knows, whichever way. There's some names or words I've never seen in my life. I'm not going to lie to you. Anyways, let's go. But yeah, let's see where we are going. Oh, I see we're back in the past. It's the dad and the daughter of the first episode. Oh, is it Garrett Jacob Hobbs? Yeah, it's something like that. And his daughter, whose name I cannot remember for the life of me, but you know. Abigail, that's the one. There we go. I knew it was a name. I mean, obviously, but... It's the second shot that gets it, right? Yeah. But yeah, we know one thing. We know that she hunted with her father, which means that she could potentially be guilty for what they were talking about in episode 2, where they think she could have had a hand in the murders or luring out the girls, because who's better to lure out, like, girls or teenagers or people than somebody of their own age?
I read they're like the equivalent of a 4-year-old human being.
They're smarter than a 4-year-old.
They care about each other. They care about their environment.
They even care about humans to some degree.
They tread lightly through the...
From what I've said, like, from what I've seen. I don't know how true that is. Don't, like, quote me on that, but, like, dear, generally speaking, I mean, I think they've even tried to help humans in certain cases. So, I don't know. I don't see the need to hunt creatures which... Like, food? Sure, I get it. It's food. Like, I guess if nothing goes to waste, it's food, right? But for this, it's trophies and antlers and stuff that isn't quite 100% needed, in my opinion. But still.
4-year-old.
They care about each other.
But the fact that they're putting him into human terms makes it a bit creepy as well. I'm not going to that.
They tread lightly through the underbrush because they don't want to hurt the plants.
They're a lot like us. We're gonna honor every part of her.
Okay, that's good at least.
Hide is gonna make a beautiful rug.
At least they're using every single part. At least, like, you know, it's nothing's going to waste. So.
None of her is gonna go to waste. Sternum. Keep the blade pointed up. Damage the organs. You ruin the meat.
Damn. Her father had an air of creepiness about him, man. Obviously, he was a fucking deranged individual, but... Like, the amount of creepiness that's happening with his voice and his tone and, you know... Like, she seems apprehensive, or whichever way, but at the same time, she's still there with him. Obviously, it's her father, so what can you fucking expect, man? But in that same breath, like, the fact they're doing things like this, what's to stop them going one step further from this? You know what I mean?
Eating her is honoring her. Otherwise, it's just...
Wasteful.
murder.
Or murder, yeah. That's crazy, because he was a cannibal himself, like, you know, for humans.
Nice and easy.
Obviously, that's what cannibal means, but you know what I mean. I guess that's his entire thing, you know, his psyche, you know, the way he thinks about it, and... Oh damn, look at that transition to, like, real human hair. Oh, she's awake, man. Yo, that's creepy, man. So what he's saying is that that's what she was saying when she was in her coma, or, you know, she's having wild dreams or realizations, or, you know, reminiscing upon her past, or, you know, any variation of this words, potentially.
Jack thinks Abigail was an accomplice to her father's crimes.
He does.
I don't want to get in the middle of you and Jack, but if I can be helpful to you as a buffer.
I like you as a buffer. I also like the fact that you rattle Jack. He respects you far too much to yell at you, no matter how much he wants to.
No,
Can I take
yeah.
advantage of that?
Yeah, you know, I think when it comes to Jack, like, he has a mutual respect for a lot of things, but he also wants what he wants. So, in terms of Will Graham, I imagine he's going to push it way beyond what he should be doing. As for Hannibal, and obviously Dr. Bloom here, they have a mutual respect. So it is like, you know, he won't yell at her when he wants to, even when he's frustrated, because he knows, you know, expertise are expertise, regardless of what you think about them, regardless of what they prove or unprove, or, you know, they are people to have on your side. To take that away would be bad, I would say. Not, I don't know if bad is the right word. It's like it would be disadvantageous to Jack to get rid of certain people within his employ. Not only employ, but, you know, that he can use potentially for catching people.
I'm Alana Bloom.
Yeah, Dr. Bloom,
Are
like I
you a
said.
doctor?
Not medicine. I'm a psychiatrist.
What do you specialize in?
Among other things, family trauma.
Damn, it's almost like the perfect person to study Abigail further.
My dad?
Your father is more complicated.
Yeah, he's in the system.
Because he was crazy?
He's in
Mercer
the
said you didn't remember.
I remember.
whatever
I
you want,
just didn't want to talk to them
whatever you
about
want to call it. Like, I know he's within the FBI system.
What are all those?
I brought you some clothes. And I brought you some music, too. If there isn't anything you like, I've got a stack of iTunes gift cards. I've got a stack of gift cards. I don't do well redeeming gift cards.
Is it just me, or is it like a really weird thing to admit? Like, I mean, never in my life have I ever said or stated that I have a stack of gift cards because I buy so many gift cards. I don't think... I won't say never, but on about maybe 4 different occasions I've ever bought gift cards, and it's like... I get it's different for each person. I get different times, different circumstances, different things, different places, you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, man, I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I could give somebody like 20 gift cards or 10 gift cards, or, you know, it's never really a thing that I've ever really thought about or had, or, I don't know. Maybe it's just me being in the UK, them being in America, and, you know.
You really think Abigail Hobbs helped her father kill those girls?
Maybe.
I think it's a possibility that needs to be ruled out. If Abigail
I
didn't help
agree
her
with
father,
Jack.
maybe
It
she
does.
knows who did.
She has a penchant for manipulation, withheld information to gain information. She demonstrated only enough emotions to prove she had them.
You beginning to appreciate my lack of sympathy?
A little
You
bit.
said it may be more than trauma, yet you question her involvement in the murder.
But then again, like, we've got to understand psychiatrists will always analyse and overanalyze. It's what they do. It's what they're trained to do. It's what they enjoy. You know, it's not just about what they're trained. They enjoy the aspect of being able to understand humanity and emotions, and, you know, so they'll read into it like a lot more than, say, I would, or what you would, or not, like, probably as much as Jack would as well, but you know what I mean. Anyways.
Without being a murderer.
I think she's hiding something.
It may simply be a trauma.
Yeah, could also be more. She has a penchant for manipulation, withheld information to gain information. She demonstrated only enough emotions to prove she had them.
You beginning to appreciate my lack of sympathy?
You said it may be more than trauma, yet you question her involvement in the murders her father committed.
What I'm questioning is her state of mind.
I want Will Graham to talk to her.
Jack, not yet.
I swear she's like a mother hen.
Not Will Graham's psychiatrist.
It's
Dr.
legitimately what like she's like a mother hen, like protective as hell.
The Minnesota Shrike, abducted and murdered
8 girls over an 8-month period. Each of them had the same hair color, same eye color, same age, same height, same weight as his daughter, Abigail. There was a 9th victim who also fit Abigail Hobbs's profile, but Garrett Jacob Hobbs didn't murder her. Wanted us to know he wasn't the Minnesota Shrike. He is better than that.
Oh man, that framing of it, man. Like the show's telling us without telling us.
He is an intelligent psychopath. He is a sadist. He will never kill like this again. So how do we catch him?
Giving a lecture on Hobbs's copycat.
Well, we need every good mind we can get on this.
This copycat is an avid reader of Freddie Lowndes and TattleCrime.com. He had intimate knowledge of Garrett Jacob Hobbs's murders, motives, patterns, enough to recreate them and arguably elevate them to art.
I know it. Like if it wasn't.
Ultimately, did he know Garrett Jacob Hobbs?
So if it wasn't for the death, like it would be considered like an art piece, you know, like an exhibit that you could go into. Like, you know, like modern art is very strange, but honestly, that, like, minus the murder, because obviously this is a TV show, it's very elegantly done.
So you're not a doctor, a nurse, or a psychiatrist?
I'm a journalist. I want to tell the truth. Your truth.
Freddie's back again. Am I surprised?
Know this,
Nope.
I will never lie to you.
Sounds like something a liar would say.
Damn.
Why do they call him the Shrike?
It's a bird that impales its prey, harvests the organs to eat later. He was very sick.
Does that mean I'm sick too?
You'll be fighting that perception.
Do you know what I just thought though? Does that mean that, like, you know, like, 'cause he takes organs to eat later, right? Does that mean that his family ate them? Does that mean that he fed them to his kids and to his wife and, you know, to everybody else within the family? Or did he keep that for himself? Because I imagine, at least from what I know in books and some movies for Hannibal, I know he throws, like, lavish dinner parties and feeds people to people, quite literally. You know, without them knowing them, thinking it's chicken or beef or steak or, you know, whatever it is, or whatever organ he's deciding to use.
What you remember, what you tell everyone is going to define the rest of your life. Let me help you.
Yeah, she's going to be in the spotlight for like a while, man. When you got a father who's a murderer, it stains your reputation, your family's reputation, everything, man. So
A man named Will Graham. Works for the FBI, but isn't FBI. He catches insane men because he can think like them. Because he is insane.
Special Agent Will Graham.
By special agent, he means not really an agent. He didn't get past the screening process. Too unstable.
Freddie is such a bitch, man.
Really must
I mean,
be
I love her
sick.
character, but holy shit.
Been in bed for days, Abigail. Why don't we have a walk?
He was loving right up until the second he wasn't.
It's because
Telling me he was sorry.
it's because the psychopathic nature, right? It's a switch in the head. You know, there's no real emotion there. It's all taught. You know, it's all looking into a mirror and trying to teach themselves how emotions work, and you know, a lot of psychology going into it.
I believe it.
It feels that bad.
It was kill or be killed in Will's case, regardless of if he enjoyed it or not.
The ugliest thing in the world.
Man, Will's eyes, man. Goddamn, sorry. Getting distracted.
You help Abigail see me as more than her father's killer, and I help you with online ad sales?
Man, the scorn on his face, man. Sorry, hold on, like just a little bit, man. Hold on, let's go back. See, like,
You help Abigail
he's like
see
trying to
me
hold
as
it
more
back,
than her father's
trying to
killer,
hold it back.
and
Then the
I
anger
help you
starts.
with online
Scorn
ad
on his
sales?
face, like, damn.
I can undo
The
what I
acting
said.
level is crazy, man.
I can also make it a lot worse.
What do you want from me?
I just thought you should know Abigail Hobbs came out of her coma.
Why is Freddie stirring? She's always constantly stirring, man. This is not gonna go well for us, or I say for us, but you know, I'm along for the ride. I'm gonna say us. Why not?
The attacks on you and your mother were different. They were desperate. Your dad knew he was out of time. Somebody told him we were coming.
The man on the phone?
It was a blocked call. Did you recognize his voice?
I'd never heard it before.
Was there anybody
Oh,
new
fuck.
in your father's life?
Okay, so one thing we do now know, she's covering for Hannibal. Because she would know the moment Hannibal spoke that it was his voice, right? His voice is distinct. It's like you may forget it or you may not quite see it, but the moment that you hear it again, like Hannibal's voice is very unique unto him, especially in somewhere like America where nobody really speaks like it. At least like not in this scenario or on a phone, or it's very rare you'll hear his like distinct accent. So
One cannot be delusional.
well,
if
Will
they
is
believe
still
the
hallucinating during the day,
accepted as ordinary
which
by
is
others
not a
in
good
that
sign.
person's culture or subculture.
I'm not going to lie to you. It's like
My dad
we're
didn't
coming
seem
together slowly.
delusional.
Well, quickly at this point, but
He was a perfectionist.
Are we gonna reenact the crime?
You be my dad, you be my mom, and you be the man on the phone.
yeah, I know it.
I don't think you did it.
I do.
Ah, fuck. There's the guy
Property.
Freddie Lounge was talking to.
Bait, right? Did you help your old man cut out my sister's lungs while she was still using them?
Oh shit, nice. Fucking good shot, man.
He's gone.
No.
Let's get back to the hotel. We'll go to the cabin
Oh
tomorrow.
shit. Okay, covering the rock, I see. I love it. They're both helping each other in whichever way. Like, you know, like it's like, is it two killers covering for each other? Or is it one killer and one victim or potential victim?
I can all go away.
Yeah. Will's getting more and more and more into his head, man. The nightmares are getting worse. It's not a good sign. Not in the slightest, man, but... No, shit's only going to get worse before it gets better. This is the beginning still. No, we're still in our first, like, two cases. In fact, it's this bad already. It's just a sign for the future, man. You know, just to see where the fuck we're going.
He cleaned everything. He said he was afraid of germs, but I guess he was just afraid of getting caught.
Basically.
No parts went to waste. Otherwise, it was murder.
Yeah. Does the same go for humans, though? Like, no parts go to waste, otherwise it's murder. So, I mean, if he uses every part of whatever he took from the humans, that it's not murder in his eyes. It's an interesting concept. It's a concept of morality and where you stand on your God complex. Because, like, a lot of people who are psychopathic or have murderous intent in their nature are very much have God complexes. You know, they think they're above everything else. Like, they see humans as food or as playthings or, you know, like, as lesser than them. Like, not always. Obviously, it depends person to person to person to person. There's no one size fits all because every person's a little bit different. But at the same time, it's, you can understand where this is going. Like, you can see how everything's working, man. Anyway. I thought Will was saying that for a second, but no. There's blood upstairs, but this should be clean, right? It should be...
I need ERT at the Hobbs cabin.
Oh, fuck, man, okay. So who did that?
Somebody.
One of the
Abigail said
victims.
he asked if she helped her dad take his sister's lungs while she was alive.
The young woman on the staircase.
Yeah.
Cassie Boyle had a brother.
It means it was even the wrong killer. It wasn't Abigail or it wasn't it wasn't Abigail's dad who did that. That was most likely Hannibal rather than that. So that dude's in the wrong on multiple ways. Obviously, he has no way to know that, and I don't blame him for wanting to grieve and throw blame. But
Nicholas Boyle murdered this girl and his own sister.
oh, that's smart.
Well, do you think that Abigail Hobbs knew Nicholas or Cassie Boyle?
No.
I think it's obviously it's Hannibal's play. It's almost like Hannibal's having an exercise in his own brain to be like, so I'm smarter than everybody else in this room. How am I going to how am I going to get away with this? So obviously he needs to kill somebody else. He needs to frame them in a certain way. He now has the perfect candidate to frame for the murders. You know I think it's the guy that attacked them, like in by the water by the lake outside the back of the house. Like, if you frame it on that person, give enough evidence, whether well, obviously you plant that, you point suspicion that way because you're working with the FBI, and you are golden. I mean, smart plan. I'm not going to lie. And as always, I'm going to remind you, I'm never on the side of the FBI. I'm always on Hannibal's side or Abigail's side. Or
I think it's time that Abigail Hobbs left home permanently. Doctor, would you be good enough to collect Abigail and all of her belongings and escort her out of Minnesota, please?
I'm not gonna hurt you. Okay, I just need you to listen to me. I didn't kill that girl. Okay, I didn't kill her.
oh shit, man! Stab him, hit him. There we go. Fucking get him. I mean, if you say I'm not going to hurt you, and then you chase her and push her up against a thing, you deserve to be stabbed. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, you really do.
Abigail?
Harris is just in time.
Abigail?
Oh shit! Okay, nice. That was the most quickest thinking I've ever seen. Damn, man. That was like that, man. That's craziness. Yeah, they're on the same side now. There's like no going back from this now. No matter what, she's killed somebody. Like, it's all going backwards now. It's all they're coming together no matter what. Where that leads, I don't know, but
This isn't self-defense, Abigail. You butchered him. Then we'll see what you did. Then they'll see you
the
as
manipulation,
the
man.
crimes of your father.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how true that is.
I wasn't.
I mean, there is going to be a sizable link between the two, though. Yeah.
You can tell them you were defending yourself when you gutted this man. And we can hide the body.
Yeah. Hannibal manipulating the situation. I can't say I blame him. So he knocked out Alana. Obviously trying to help Abigail get through this because I assume he's got reasons or plans or things we don't know about yet. But maybe, as he said to Will, he cares for her in his own twistedly fucked up way.
I didn't honor any part of him, so it's just murder, isn't it?
Most would argue self-defense.
She's literally taking her father's motto, which is also not a good sign. Like the fact that she's seeing it from that point of view where it's a like, where she shouldn't say I didn't honor any part of him, so therefore it's murder. Like, that's what her dad said, that's not what she said, which means she's obviously like done more than what she's saying. Like, in my opinion, anyway.
You're the one who called the house.
Yeah.
You talked to my dad before.
He's the copycat. They're both playing mind games right now. Like, he doesn't want to let her in too much because he doesn't know whether he can trust her. He's trying to get her.
And I'll keep yours.
Like, they're trying to earn each other's trust, knowing that they're both
Abigail.
in a fucked up place or in a fucked up way, or knowing they're both killers, or I don't know. Obviously, they're both killers now, but interesting. So I managed to pause it before it tried to go to the next episode. Look at that, man! I'm getting skilled at the shit. Don't it, man? Anyways, very cool, man. It was a much slower episode, but like, it added more into it. It added more psychology, more things between the characters. It showed Abigail waking up. It showed her mentality from her dreams as she woke up. It showed everything leading into that, to her going back to her home, or her former home where they used to live. Like, seeing people who she used to know going back to the cabin, and obviously finding a new body. Which of course leads back to the ginger guy attacking Abigail in the cabin, like by the water, then in the cabin, leading to Abigail showing her true nature of being a killer. Well, how deep that goes, I don't know, but as of right now, she's literally a killer for one person. Whether that means she helped her dad do whatever, I don't know, because that would implicate her. It depends how far she went with it. You know what I mean? If she just lured people, that's one thing. If she helped do other things, that's a whole other issue. But I'm sure we will learn more as we go on. I'm sure it's going to keep intertwining around Will and Hannibal and Abigail and Jack and Alana and everybody else as we go through these episodes in the first season, man. But still, very, very cool, man. Just really interesting just to see how it's all coming together, how it's all working. And I'm having a blast. Like, I'm enjoying just really analysing, really seeing how the structure's coming together, how how like the characters are connecting, how even sort of the cinematography, the looks, and like the way that Will Graham showed his emotions perfectly, and like little pieces that I love about this. Anyways, I am yapping for too much. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you for watching.